Hello and welcome to GeoVersio, your channel for exploring the world. In this video I will explore together with you the city of Kufstein in Austria using the online map OpenStreetMap. Right here you can see the web view. Kufstein is situated right at the border with Bavaria. To the north there are the Bavarian cities of Rosenheim, and Munich. Kufstein is in the state of Tyrol, and to the west there is Innsbruck. Salzburg in Austria is also not too far. To the south you find Italy. The language spoken in Kufstein is German, more specifically an Austrian dialect of German. The population of Kufstein is about 20,000. It is located within the district of the same name, Kufstein. Now about the geography of Kufstein. The Inn River divides Kufstein in two parts. The Inn flows from Switzerland in the canton Graubünden through Austria until it reaches the Danube in Germany. The Inn has a total length of 517 kilometers. The smaller river Kaiserbach flows from the Kaiser Mountains into the Inn in the city of Kufstein. Historically, the Kaiserbach was used to transport wood from the mountains to the market. The city is located between the Kaisergebirge to the east and the Maisstaller Berg and the Pendling to the west. To the north there's the Tierberg. The Kaiser Mountains are a mountain range between Kufstein and the Tyrolean city of Saint-Tirol in Tyrol. The whole mountain range is a nature reserve and contains a very rich flora and fauna. For example, there exist a big number of ferns and mosses. Also many spiders and butterfly species are located there. It is part of the Northern Limestone Alps. It is a popular area for hiking and alpinism. The Maisstaller Mountains, located west of Kufstein, has a height of 998 meters above sea level. The other mountain, the Pendling, is a popular hiking destination and has a height of 1563 meters above sea level. There are also lakes around Kufstein. West of Kufstein is the Hechtsee. It has a maximum depth of 57 meters and is the biggest of all lakes west of Kufstein. North of the lake is the border to Bavaria. In the summer it is a popular bathing lake with necessary infrastructure like a cafe. Another lake west of Kufstein is the Tiersee. It is about 700 meters long and has a width of 150 meters. The Tiersee is protected as a natural monument. In summer it is also used as a lake for bathing. Boats are available in the summer for rowing. Other lakes near Kufstein are the Längssee and the Pfrüllsee. The Längssee is located inside a forest and not much used for bathing due to a lack of space. The other small Pfrüllsee is private property, but public use for bathing is allowed. Now to the climate section. Kufstein has a typical alpine climate with average temperatures in summer in July of 18.2 degrees Celsius and precipitation of around 174 millimeters, and winters in January with an average temperature of around minus 1.7 degrees Celsius. The climate influences the fauna and flora of Kufstein. Many alpine animals can be found in the city of Kufstein and the surrounding area. For example, blackbirds, woodpeckers or grey herons along the Inn River. Also mammals like foxes, squirrels and marmots can be found. Regarding plant life, beech, maple and oak are common along the Inn Valley. Also clover, primroses and bellflowers can be found in traditionally managed grassland. Typical trees along the banks of the Inn River are willows and alders. The next section is about the history of Kufstein. Kufstein, nestled along the Inn River in Tyrol, Austria, has a rich and layered history shaped by its strategic location between Bavaria and the Alps. Incorporated into the Roman Empire in 15 BC, the Inn River formed the border between the Roman provinces of Raetia and Noricum. The area was under Roman control for about 500 years. First documented in 1205, the town's roots go back much further, as the surrounding region was a vital crossroads for trade and travel in earlier times. Dominating the skyline is the imposing Kufstein fortress, built in the 13th century and later expanded under the Habsburg Emperor Maximilian I, who played a key role in the town's history. In 1504, after a period of Bavarian control, Kufstein was taken by Maximilian during the Landshut War of Succession and became part of the Habsburg Empire. In the 16th and 17th century, Kufstein was an important transit point for ships on the Inn River, and commerce and trade expanded during that time. In the time of the Napoleonic Wars, Bavaria took again control of Kufstein in 1805, but the city was later returned to the Austrian Empire during the Rieder contract in 1813. The Kufstein fortress served not only as a military stronghold, but also as a prison for political dissents, notably Hungarian nationalists in the 19th century. The town itself grew steadily, becoming an important regional center. During the 19th and early 20th centuries, Kufstein industrialized, becoming known for glassmaking, ceramics and textiles. Industry that still echo in the town's economy today. In 1858, the first train line from Innsbruck to Kufstein was inaugurated. The first electric light was introduced in 1898. In the times of National Socialism, Kufstein was integrated into the German Reich in 1938, together with the rest of Austria. After the fall of the Reich, Kufstein, together with Tyrol, became French occupation zone. After having covered the history of Kufstein, the next section is about transport in Kufstein. City buses are organized by the Kufstein Municipal Utilities and the company Achhorner. There are 4 lines and 1 additional line in summer to Lake Hechtsee. Here you see the OpenStreetMap transport layer. It shows the bus and rail lines of the city. Beside the inner city lines, there are regional bus lines that connect Kufstein with neighboring cities and towns. The train station of Kufstein is the endpoint of the train line from Rosenheim, connecting Bavaria with Austria. On the Austrian side, there is the train line Innsbruck-Kufstein, also called the Lower Inn Valley Railway, Unterinntalbahn in German, that runs along the Inn Valley and connects Innsbruck with Kufstein. This line is operated by the Austrian Federal Railways, ÖBB. There also exists an urban rail system called S-Bahn Tyrol for rapid rail that connects towns and villages in Tyrol via various lines. The line S4 connects Kufstein via Innsbruck with Telfs-Pfaffenhofen. Regarding road transport, Kufstein is situated at the Inn Valley Autobahn. The Inn Valley Autobahn has the name A12 and runs from the border with Bavaria in Kiefersfelden via Innsbruck to Sams in Tyrol. For air transport, directly near Kufstein there is a small airfield for glider planes. The nearest passenger airports are in Munich, Salzburg, and Innsbruck. In the city of Kufstein there exists a bike sharing system called Regiorad and provides about 110 bikes. The system is operated by the company Nextbike. There's also a transport possibility from Kufstein to the nearby Kaisergebirge. The chairlift Kaiserlift Kufstein transports visitors to the Kaisergebirge mountains. The final station is the Brenten Joch at 1256 meters altitude. This section is about the most important landmarks of Kufstein. Kufstein Fortress sits in an extremely strategic location on a rocky outcrop above the river Inn. It was first mentioned in 1205 and was extended in various phases until 1522. The first castle initially belonged to the bishops of Regensburg and from 1313 to the Bavarian dukes. In 1504 the Austrian Emperor Maximilian besieged and conquered the castle and turned it into a cannon-proof fortress. In 1703 and 1805 it was recaptured by the Bavarians, and from 1814 it was once again under Austrian rule. From the beginning of the 19th century the defenses were no longer able to cope with the firepower of the modern guns of the time, and the fortress lost its strategic importance. It has been owned by the town of Kufstein since 1924. Another landmark is a ruin northeast of Kufstein on the 721 meter high Tierberg. The castle was built around 1280 as the seat of the lords of Frauensberg and became a popular place of pilgrimage over time. Worth seeing in the castle chapel is a rococo altar with the altarpiece Beheading of St. John. The chapel was the last hermitage in Tyrol. The old castle keep has been renovated and can be climbed. The view extends far into the Inn Valley. There are 3 museums in Kufstein. First, there is the Heimatmuseum Kufstein. The museum shows the prehistory of the region and exhibits on local history such as folklore, traditional costumes and old crafts. The history of the castle and its sieges is also covered. You can also see the second largest bird collection in Tyrol and geological exhibits. Then the Sewing Machine Museum, the Madersberger Museum. The name of the museum is from Joseph Madersberger. Joseph Madersberger, born 786 in Kufstein, died 1850 in Vienna, is considered one of the inventors of the sewing machine. In 1810 he succeeded in producing a functional prototype. The museum in Madersberger's birthplace provides an insight into the life of the inventor, the development of the sewing machine, and the transformation of clothing from a luxury into mass product. Madersberger experienced an inventor's fate. As no one wanted to take on the serious production, he gave his sewing machine to the Polytechnic Institute in Vienna in 1839. Then there is the Riedel Museum. The museum from Riedel is a museum of drinking glass manufacturing company Riedel. There are regular city events in Kufstein. In an area at the Festung Kufstein, at the Festungsarena, there is the Knights Festival in May. It's a medieval scene with jugglers, show fights and archery. And just before Christmas, there's the Christmas market, also located here in the Festungs area at the Festung Kufstein. Kufstein has a number of recreational facilities. There is the soccer arena located here. Then the tennis facilities, a swimming pool, an ice skating rink, soccer and basketball fields, a skate facility, and hiking and mountaineering is possible in the nearby mountains. So here are the nearby mountains, the Kaisergebirge, and here to the west are other mountains like the Mainstaller Berg and the Mittagskopf. There's also a zoo in the nearby town of Ebbs. This is Kufstein. To the north of Kufstein lies Ebbs, and there is a small zoo. Here it's called Raritäten Zoo Ebbs. This section is about the core infrastructure of Kufstein. Various bridges connect the eastern and western part of Kufstein over the Inn River. First, there's the highway bridge of the Inn Valley Autobahn. Then there's the Wendlinger Bridge for the road B171. The train station bridge, the Bahnhofsbrücke, connects the center with the train station on the western side of the inn. Then the two lighter bridges for pedestrians and bikes are the Endecker Steg and the Fischergries-Steg. Stadtwerke Kufstein is a public company owned by the city of Kufstein. It provides electricity to Kufstein and environs. The energy is generated from water power, wind energy and biomass. The Stadtwerke Kufstein provides water for Kufstein via the Hofinger Forst in the Kaisergebirge Mountains. Kaisergebirge Mountains are located east of the city here. Another source is the well Fürholzl. For higher education there's the FH Kufstein. It is a University of Applied Sciences. It is a public institution and about 2,000 students study for various master and bachelor degrees. Next to FH Kufstein there exist various elementary schools, high schools and applied school for education in the health and elderly care sector. In Kufstein there are two libraries, the Stadtbibliothek Kufstein, the city library located here. The other library is the FH University Library located here next to the university building. Both are publicly accessible. Regarding healthcare, there is the district hospital of Kufstein located in Endach in the south of Kufstein. Religion also plays a part of life in Kufstein. The great majority is of Christian faith. The Pfarrkirche Kufstein, Holy Vitus, St. Vitus, is a Roman Catholic church. A predecessor church is documented as early as 788. The choir of the present church was built between 1390 and 1420. The three-nave was built around 1500 and the interior was baroquized in the 17th century. The frescoes are by Rudolf Stolz from Bolzano and date from 1929. Some remnants of the historical frescoes from 1420 have been preserved behind the altar. Then next here is the Dreifaltigkeitskirche. It's right next to St. Vitus. It has been built between 1500 and 1502 as a foundation of the Wiener-Rental family with a crypt chapel. The Rococo canopy altar dates from 1765. Then there is another church in Endach in the south, in the district to the south, Endach. It's the Pfarre Endach. It's another Roman Catholic church. The building was finished in 1980. Then in the north, in Sparchen, there's another church. It's the Pfarrkirche Sparchen. It's located right here. It's also a Roman Catholic church. The Basilica-style church was built in 1953-1954 in the Neo-Romanesque style. Then we have the Johanneskirche. That's actually a Protestant church. It's located right here. It's the Johanneskirche. It's a Protestant church and evolved from a building created in 1899. Then we have the Pfarrkirche Zell. That's on the western side of the river, western part of Kufstein. Here that's the Pfarrkirche Zell. A church was already documented between 650 and 680, and the present church was built after an extension and additions to the previous church. Then we have a Friedhofskirche. That's a cemetery church. It's located here right in the cemetery of the city of Kufstein. That's the Stadtfriedhof. And then we have also a cemetery in Zell. That's the district on the western side. There's also a cemetery. This here is the Friedhof Zell. That's another cemetery of Kufstein. Moving on now to talk about the major business companies in Kufstein. There are two shopping centers. One is the Intel Center in Kufstein. It's located right in the center of Kufstein. This is a shopping mall, and there you can find a number of shops. And right next to the Intel Center there's the Kufstein Gallery. It's another shopping mall, so these are right there in the center of the city. Then we have the Riedel Glas Weissach. It's a wine and drinking glass manufacturer. It's located more to the south here in Weissach. There's the Riedel Glas. They produce drinking glasses and wine glasses. Then we have another more to the south of Kufstein. There's a business park, and there is the Novartis company located. And Novartis is a global biotech and pharmacy company with a subsidiary or branch office here in Kufstein. Then there is Coveris. That's another company. They're doing packaging for products. And another company is Stihl. It's a German company, and they are also located here in the business park. Stihl produces devices for gardening and forestry industry. Another company located here is Verival. They produce breakfast cereals. DB Schenker is a German logistics company. And then we also have a number of banks. They have branches in Kufstein. One is the Bank für Tirol and Vorarlberg. The BTV Bank has a branch in Kufstein. Sparkasse, another universal bank, has branch, and also the insurance Ergo, and a number of other banks also located in Kufstein. We have come to the end of our episode. These are the sources for this video. If you liked the video, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.